Welcome to the fourth special lecture for UPCAT 2025. In this lecture, we will be tackling the levels of organization and a brief introduction to ecology. So pag sinabi nating ecology, yan ay yung study ng interaction ng different organisms with each other, as well as yung interaction ng organisms na yon with their physical environment. So that's ecology. Okay, mag-start tayo sa levels of organization. Di ba sinabi natin, the cells are the basic unit of life. Ibig sabihin, nagsisimula lang ang life sa cellular level. So yun yung cell theory. Sinabi pa nga sa cell theory natin, di ba, na cells come from living cells. So cells come from existing cells. Yun yun. Tapos, ano ba example ng mga cells? Meron tayong heart cells, muscle cells, brain cells, skin cells. So different cells have different characteristics. They have different properties. Pero remember na your cells just have the same genetic material. So yung laman ng cells ng brain mo, pati ng heart cells mo ay parehas lang. It's just that there is differential gene expression. When we say differential gene expression, magkakaiba ang genes na ine-express per cell. So for example, if you have gene A, gene B, gene C, gene D, lahat ng genes na yon, A, B, C, D, are present sa lahat ng cells. It's just that magkakaiba ang genes na ine-express per cell. Like for example, baka sa brain ang ine-express niya lang ay gene A at gene C. Tas sa heart naman, gene B at gene D yung ina-express niya. So, ganun yon. There is differences or differential gene expression. Kaya magkakaiba ang types ng cells kahit same lang naman ang genetic material na nasa loob nila. A group of cells is called your tissue. There's a group of tissue is called your organ. Tas the collection of different organs is called your organ system. The collection of all the organ systems now forms your organism. Tapos, a group of organism is now what you call a population. So remember na in a population, there is only one group of species. So iisang species lang ang nasa population. Since collection nga lang siya ng organisms. Now, when you go to your community level, dyan na pumapasok ang iba't ibang uri ng population. So for example, in a forest, meron kong population ng trees, population ng shrubs, population ng, let's say, birds, population of snakes, so on and so forth. So at the community level, collection na siya ng different populations from different species. But when you go now to your ecosystem, that now takes into account the abiotic factors. When you say abiotic, meaning no life, so non-living things, yan yung abiotic. Yan ay opposite ng biotic kasi yung biotic meaning living organisms. Tapos, the biosphere naman refers to all areas of the earth that has or that can sustain life. So anywhere na may life, anywhere na may life form, that is part of your biosphere. So these are your levels of organization. So I need you to memorize this. Yung pagkakasunod-sunod niya, cells, tissue, organ system, organism, population, community, ecosystem, biosphere, so on and so forth. Okay, the next concept that I want you to know is the concept of the food chain and the food web. When you say food chain, it's just linear. Linear lang yan. So, let's say ang plant, kinain ng deer, ang deer, kinain ng lion, tapos yung lion, nung namatay siya, kinain siya ng mga decomposers natin. So, it's just linear siya, pero circular. Kasi yung mga decomposers natin, magagamit din siyang as fertilizer, di ba? Doon sa plants natin. Pero iisang flow lang. So food chain, iisang flow lang. Plants, deer, lions, ganon. Tapos, yung plants natin, they are called autotrophs kasi they could make their own food. And since they can make their own food, they are called producers. Ang kumakain sa producer ay ang primary consumer. Ang kumakain sa primary consumer ay secondary consumer. Tapos, ang kumakain naman sa secondary consumer are tertiary consumers. Ngayon, ang kaibahan ng food chain sa food web ay, pag sinabi nating food web, collection siya ng different food chains. So for example, in this diagram, yung mouse, grass, Yung pagkain ng mouse sa grass, that's a food chain. Tapos yung mouse naman kinakain ng, ano yan, kookaburra. So yun, that's one food chain. This is another food chain. This is one food chain. So basically, the food web is just an interconnection or interrelationship of the different food chains. So collection of different food chains, that's your food web. Ngayon, remember, narinig niyo na ba yung parents niyo na sinasabihan kayong kumain kayo ng gulay? So, importante yung gulay kasi they're plants. And since they're plants, they are producers. And since they're producers, sila yung nagsisynthesize ng energy from the sun para makagawa ng own food nila. Yan din yung dahilan kung bakit majority of the energy ay nasa plants, nasa producers. Kaya pag kinain natin mismo yung producer or yung plants, maltaas yung energy level na napupunta sa atin. Bakit? Kasi as you move up at trophic level, so for example, yung producer mo, that's one trophic level, primary consumer, that's one trophic level, secondary consumer, tertiary, and apex. Yung nangyayari kasi, as you go up one trophic level, 10% lang ng energy ang natatransfer. So let's say 1,000 joules ang energy na meron sa producer, 10% lang ang napupunta doon sa grasshopper or doon sa primary consumer. So if 1,000 joules ang energy ng producer, ang napupunta dito sa primary consumer ay 10%. So 10% of 1,000 is 100. Then pagdating mo sa secondary consumer, 10% of 100 is 10. Then as you go to the tertiary consumer, the 10% of 10 is 1. Then pagpunta naman dito, another 10%. So pataas ng paliit ng paliit ang energy na na-retrieve ng isang organism as it moves up the trophic level. Kaya pinakamataas ang energy na makukuha mo if you eat the producer directly. In this case, yung plants kasi sila yung autotroph. By the way, autotroph, you can make your own food. Yung opposite niya ay heterotroph, meaning you cannot make your own food. Okay, that's for the next lecture. So see you during our special lecture 5.